It's the Texas weather discussion video for Wednesday, the 24th of October. I'm Donovan Neal. We stay wet, muggy, and chilly today as the remnants of Willa continues to move on to the northeast, which spins up a nice tropical low in the Gulf and moves to the north, bringing widespread chances of showers and thunderstorms to the state today. But then we revert back to fall-like weather for the rest of this week and into the weekend and into early parts of next week. So here's the upper air look across the continental United States. You can see we still have a little bit of a short wave near the Rocky states, and we have a bit of a ridge down here, but that's okay because we'll still get plenty of moisture from the Gulf and also from Tropical Depression Wilma. Around the nation, very pretty chilly morning starting off, mostly in the 50s and 40s across the deep south, but go up north where some places are starting their day and below freezing and even in the 20s in some spots. On the watch warning map, not much going on. We do note we have a winter storm warning and advisory in effect for parts of Maine and parts of the New England area, but down here we have flash flood watches in effect for parts of San Antonio and points to the west, but in North Texas we remain quiet. On the convective outlooks, only major thing is on the Gulf Coast. Other than that, we continue to remain in a cold, stable air mass. No organized severe weather is expected. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Heavier totals around the nation remain basically here and parts of the Mid-Atlantic states. We could see around an inch to half an inch of rain or greater for parts of North Texas. That's anything that we see. That's anything that we can see today. And I do think a good chunk of this week, a good chunk for the rest of this week into next week will be dry. But on the tropics, we do note that we have one wave that the NHC gives a 50-50 chance of developing during the next 5 days, as this gains a little more latitude and turns to the left, turns to the west. This is unknown whether or not this will actually impact the United States or not, but we'll just have to wait and see. Way too early to tell. On the western side of things, we have tropical depression Willa that's basically in Mexico right now. It's expected to dissipate later this afternoon, but the wave energy from this thing will actually spin up a low in the Gulf of Mexico and continue to move to the north this afternoon and will bring widespread showers and thunderstorms chances to the state today. So let's go on to the model output. This is the 060 run the GFS followed this afternoon at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars, around 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. You can see we have a little bit of a shortwave trough near New Mexico down here that looks like a solid wet and muggy afternoon, with highs mostly in the upper 50s to maybe reaching the low 60s, but the bottom line is we don't warm much. We're obviously in the low 50s today. We're obviously in the low 50s this morning, but we'll only warm about 10 degrees if even that. Rain persists Wednesday afternoon and evening into the overnight hours into Thursday morning, but then we cleared Thursday evening. We still stay mostly a little bit cloudy though, with highs mostly in the mid 60s. Here's Friday, pretty much the same deal. As that activity moves on to the east, we begin to start filtering in drier air, mostly sunny skies this time. Highs mostly in the low to mid 60s, below to mid 70s. I'm sorry. And here's Saturday, pretty much the same deal. Mostly sunny, dry, highs mostly in the mid 70s, and same thing on Sunday. And Monday of next week, pretty much the same deal. Here's Tuesday. And a week from today, Wednesday, Halloween, the 31st of October. You can see we have a trough starting to rotate to the east. Down here, it looks like a fairly dry look for Halloween. Highs mostly in the mid 70s. We could see a pop-up storm try to develop, but that's about it. And here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Friday, the 2nd of November. You can see we have a deep trough down here in the south. And that looks like we could see a few scattered showers here and there. A few scattered showers here and there, not a widespread rain event, but just a few scattered showers at times. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days coming off of the GFS ensemble, highs throughout this time period, mostly in the mid 60s, mid 60s to mid to upper 70s at times, and lows mostly in the mid 40s to mid to the mid to upper 50s at times. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll run it in the blog. Next video here is expected to be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.